Hi everyone.
Hi.
Sorry we've been kind of missing. We got married as we have mentioned in our videos before, and things have just been kind of a roller coaster. Just getting adjusted to being husband and wife. It's been great. But today we want to talk about something that is a little bit more on the serious side. Should you or should you not get vaccinated? My wife and I are both vaccinated. We got the Pfizer shot, and we want to talk about our experience being, vaccinated, and um, why we recommend everyone getting vaccinated.
We know that COVID has been very tough on us, especially when first started. Um, and we were away from each other. We were far away from each other, and it was very difficult um, just to get to meet for the first time when we met in Ireland. So he had to get tested. I had to get tested. He needed like a letter written from me to come in the country because all the borders they were just like shut down pretty much, right? And the vaccine was our only hope to come back to a normal life.
Yes, yes. Like she mentioned before, last year I traveled um, to Ireland for the first time, and it was during the whole pandemic. And man, it was so difficult. You had to get tested. They had to see that you've not been in contact with anyone. What was it, 48 hours? I had to have a reason to visit the country.
Pretty much.
Like she said earlier, she had to write me a visitation letter saying, you're okay to come and you have a legitimate reason other than tourism. Now, they tend to treat Americans kind of well overseas because, like you go spend that money, you're good, right? But this time wasn't quite like that.
Everything was just shut down.
It was so different, right? So we just wanted to go over that, just tell a little bit of history of our experience. Like even going to Italy, where she's from, it was the same thing. And I actually brought my daughter with me, and it was just a really tough experience traveling. But at the same time, what do you do? Are you supposed to just not live your life? Are you supposed to, crawl into a dark hole and not come out until the pandemic's over? Well, of course not. We have to do our part to, uh, mitigate, to get rid of, COVID and the fear of it. So I got my COVID shot first. It was a few months ago, and then she got hers. Actually, she got her second shot.
Few days
Yeah,
ago.
a few days ago.
My last shot. Um, so and even during that time when we were like seeing each other and all that, we couldn't go and have like fun outside because you still had to quarantine. And Ireland was completely shut down, and police were always going around to see people who weren't home. So you had to stay in your house. And it was the same for Italy. We were like in red zone, so nobody could like go out unless like for groceries or essential needs. So it was like very tough, and it was very hard on us. um, that's why we're like, okay, now we have the shot, but then once you get the shot, you think about, okay, they made this so fast, like they came with the shot so fast, so will it be like good for us, or we're gonna have a lot of like side effects because
Right.
we know that people died from it.
Right, right,
So
right. So there are things you have to think about when you go to do this, and obviously you have to think about your circumstances, your health, where you are. Thank God, Angela and I are very healthy. We take care of ourselves. We work out, and we don't have any underlying issues. So it was fairly easy choice for us. And because it affected us so much, and that's just the relationship that we mentioned. It affected our schooling, it affected our jobs, it affected our kids in their schooling, which I tell you, I have so much respect, or so much more respect for teachers, because last year, homeschooling the girls, it's not an easy thing when you have 6 7 year olds and you're trying to teach them to read and make sure that they don't forget. So I was ready, for some sense of normality, some sense of, freedom, because it felt like we were locked away somewhere, and oh, you can't leave the house, and you can't go here, and you can't go here, and I just don't. I just want that to go away. And to all the people who have already been vaccinated, thank you guys for doing your part. And if you haven't been because of health purposes, I understand, and we feel sorry for the circumstance that you're in, and we pray for you and hope that you find a way to where you don't get um, um, COVID, and you find your sense of normality. But now for the effects and how it affected us.
Yeah.
So the first shot, I was, I know I got it on my right arm, um, or in my right arm, I should say, and it was just like any other shot. Now the next day, I felt a little bit of soreness, but it was nothing too major. I kind of my hand felt a little numb, you know, but I back at work, did everything normal. I was good. Now the second shot came around, and I got it. Everything was fine, but then my the right side of my body was just really really sore, and I couldn't really grasp whether it was the gym or whether it was the vaccine. But when I got home that day, because I got the shot in the afternoon, early afternoon, when I got home in the evening, I was like, man, I'm exhausted. My body it hurts, and I remember I went to bed. It was like, she was like, Peter, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know. I just feel like crap, and I went to bed. I went to sleep because I just felt really uncomfortable, sore. Like I said, my right half was just didn't feel very good. But after that, I was fine. Went back to the gym. So take it back. It was just one day I felt soreness. After that, I was fine. I went to the gym. Everything's normal. I don't feel like the government's watching me. I don't feel like I'm in danger of, I don't know. I feel fine, and I know people kind of have their fears about what they put in this thing and how it can hurt us. But we're here, and we have to do what we have to do in order to, like I said earlier, get things back rolling, get schools all the way open, get kids out of the house and meeting other kids, and get people dating again and doing the things that we like to do.
Now, the question is, which kind of vaccine should you get? Because we got the Pfizer, but you guys know that we have different one, like Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson&Johnson. We have another one which is called
I forget.
I
Yeah.
forgot, but this one actually is very important because people who are getting it, they are dying from it. People with like a weaker, not a weak, but a weaker immune system are dying from it. People who have like, complication with their health, they are dying from it. So we're gonna just write it below once we Google it, but I don't think that you guys should get that one. So for me, like, I asked to my doctor which one should I get before, and he said that pretty much Pfizer and Moderna, like, they are pretty much the same, and the only thing that changed is the storage time, which is not what honestly we should care about.
Yeah.
Personally, I got the Pfizer because it was the first one who came up.
Yeah.
And it was made for elders, so it was like safer for me because I think it wasn't that aggressive on the human body. And then I mean, my mother got it, all my family, he got it, the
My
president
parents.
got it,
Yeah,
Joe
right,
Biden.
Joe Biden
So
did
if
get it,
he
yeah.
gets it, like maybe you know, it's safer for us to get that one too. That's what I thought it is. Then we have the Johnson&Johnson, which is just like one shot. But some friends of mine, they just had kind of side effects,
Really?
like like chest pain and all that. They've been and didn't like going to the hospital. So I don't know, but at the end of the day, like you are, you know, like
You're in
own your
control of
body, you are in
Right.
control of your body,
Right.
so you decide which one is best for you.
Now we cannot. We're just a couple telling you know, whoever decides to watch our video what we've done and what we did and how it affected us. We cannot give you, of course, we can't give you medical advice. Who's better? What's better? We don't know. We're just giving you. We're just telling you about our experiences, our friends, the experiences of our friends, family members, and stuff like that. So ultimately, like she said, you make the choice, you know, for your own benefit, for your own health. But regardless of what you do, if you do something that aids in ending this pandemic, getting things back to normal fully, then you're doing a great thing, you know, for
Now,
yourself
at
and
first,
for others.
I didn't want to get vaccinated,
Yeah.
to be honest. And even now, I have some doubts because we don't know what the vaccine will lead us, like regarding our health in long term talking. So I don't know if I did a good choice or you know if I did wrong. All I know that as now that's what we needed in order to get back to normal, to our normal life.
Right.
So that's why we did it.
Yeah.
Now, should your kids get vaccinated? Because I know that now they just came up with this like vaccine for kids, and many kids, many children, they're just having a lot of side effects from it. Personally, I wouldn't expose my kids to that.
Same here.
Yeah, especially because if you think about the majority of the children compared to adults, they just have a stronger
Immune system.
Immune system.
Yeah.
So they're not as exposed as adults.
They're not in danger of having a fatal, time or having a fatal effect by catching or getting the virus. It was so rare and hard for kids to get it anyway. So I really don't understand why the push for children to get vaccinated is so big. Now, like I said, you know, it was weird how it just came about so fast. But you have to think about all the resources our governments, not just the United States, but worldwide, was putting into getting things back to normal. We have to have some faith, right, in ourselves, our you know, our governments, our people, that, you know, scientists and, you know, doctors and whoever had, you know, any involvement in coming up with this vaccine knows some degree of what they're doing, and the CDC wouldn't you know, authorize something that's gonna be mass produced and mass distributed to all these people and you know, have adverse effects on society, because the government doesn't gain from a whole lot of people dying by being vaccinated. You need people in order to have money circulate in society, taxes and all that. So that was kind of my thought, you know.
It's very tricky though.
You know, but you guys have to come up with your own. My wife and I, we're vaccinated and we feel good about it.
I think we did the right choice, especially for our elders who are around us. Again, I don't know about children getting vaccinated, but personally, if I can avoid that for my kids, I
Yeah,
will.
exactly.
But that's it pretty much.
Yeah, that's
So I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, we're gonna get started again. Like I said, we got married and we were doing all these different things. And we just couldn't find the time. Sorry, we did promise to do at least a video a week. We're still gonna try to keep that promise. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think about being vaccinated, and let us know what you want us to talk about. What kind of video you'd like to see us, because we can elaborate on anything. You know, whatever you guys are interested in. If we support it, we're gonna talk about it.
Leave a comment below. Bye.
Bye.